The story of human history is written in stone, bone, and the faint traces we've left behind. We often look to giant pyramids and temples for the story of our past, but sometimes the biggest stories are told by the smallest things. And sometimes the greatest leaps forward in how we think aren't found in grand monuments, but in a handful of scratches on a piece of bone. This isn't just a 15,000-year-old piece of mammoth tusk. This is thought to be the oldest recognizable map in the world. For decades, the engravings on this ancient artifact have puzzled archaeologists. But a new understanding suggests it tells a story not just of a place, but of the very moment our ancestors began to record their world in a brand new way. So, what secrets are hidden in what might be the world's oldest map? Our story kicks off in 1965, in the Ukrainian village of Mezhyrich. A local farmer, digging out his cellar, hit something hard. It was the massive jawbone of a woolly mammoth. That one bone led to a jaw-dropping discovery, an entire Ice Age settlement, a winter camp for Paleolithic hunters. But this wasn't just any camp. It was a village of 4 large huts built from the bones of 149 mammoths. These weren't crude shelters. They were sophisticated structures, with foundations made of interlocking jaws and arched roofs from curving tusks. And inside one of these bone huts, they found it, a fragment of mammoth tusk, etched with a series of deliberate geometric lines. It was dated to roughly 15,000 years ago and was immediately recognized as something special. Found with it were amber ornaments and fossil shells that had traveled hundreds of kilometers, proving this was a surprisingly connected world. But it was the tusk that held the deepest mystery. At first glance, the markings just look like abstract patterns. They're not the vivid animal figures we see in famous cave paintings. Instead, you see straight and zigzagging lines, all arranged in neat rows. There are no animals, no people, no obvious story. But as archaeologists studied it, a revolutionary interpretation emerged. This tusk was a map. The engravings appear to show the local landscape as it was 15,000 years ago. A line at the bottom is believed to be the nearby Rosava River, and the shapes in the middle look like the huts of the settlement, arranged right along the riverbank, a mirror of the very place the tusk was found. Other lines seem to mark out hills or other features of the land. And this wasn't a one-off. An even older tusk from Pavlov in the Czech Republic, dated to around 25,000 years ago, has engravings believed to be a map of the local Pavlov Hills and the meandering Dyje River. In a Spanish cave called Abounce, a 13,600-year-old stone slab was found, etched with what appear to be the surrounding mountains, rivers, and good hunting spots. It seems our ancestors weren't just living in their world, they were starting to document it. To get how huge this is, you have to look at what came much, much later. While the Babylonian Imago Mundi is often called the world's oldest known map, it was made in the 6th century BCE, more than 13,000 years after the Mezhyrich tusk. It shows Babylon at the center of a circular world surrounded by a mythical ocean. Later, around 1150 BCE, the Egyptians created the incredible Turin Papyrus map, a detailed geological chart of a quarrying region, showing not just roads but also the different types of rock in the hills. These were amazing achievements, tying geography to writing and empires. But the Mezhyrich map was made by hunter-gatherers, people without cities or written language. It represents a massive cognitive leap. It's one thing to remember your way around. It's another thing entirely to take that environment and shrink it down into a set of symbols, to create a portable miniature version of the world you live in. This tusk is proof of a mind that could think symbolically, plan for the future, and share complex information with others. So this probably wasn't art in the way we think of it today. It was a tool, a survival guide. For hunters in the Ice Age, knowing the landscape was everything. A map like this could have marked a safe river crossing, a good spot for a shelter, or the path a herd of animals might take. It was a piece of shared knowledge, a way to pass crucial information from one person to another, and from one generation to the next. The Mezhyrich map shows us the dawn of a new way of thinking. It's our ancestors moving beyond simply reacting to their world and starting to document, analyze, and understand it. This is the birth of humanity's quest to make sense of our place in the world. A quest that eventually leads to the globes in our classrooms and the GPS in our pockets. This small piece of bone represents the moment we started drawing the world in order to master it. For thousands of years, this mammoth tusk was buried, its story waiting to be told. It's a powerful reminder that history isn't a closed book. Its secrets are still being dug up from the frozen ground. The Mezhyrich map isn't just the story of a place, it's the story of an idea. It's the first known chapter in our endless journey to map the unknown, a journey that's still going strong. What other revolutionary ideas are still out there, just waiting to be found? If you love exploring the mysteries of our ancient past, make sure to subscribe for more journeys into history's forgotten corners. And let us know in the comments, what do you think the engravings on the Mezhyrich tusk really mean?